goings. I think that Megli Tessier, there's a whole bunch of girls that we can talk about today. You know, Heather Jackson from California, Joanna Lawn from New Zealand, Leslie Patterson, I mean, she's an incredible racer. She's representing Scotland and Great Britain today. Melanie McQuaid, she's a three-time World Xterra champion. She's in the race as well. You know, there's just a fantastic, race. Tennille Hoogland as well. We need to mention her because she's a very, very strong racer from Canada as well. So, you know, we've got a great day. Lindsay Corbin from the United States. But right now, as we look down at Lake Las Vegas, we're seeing shots of this wonderful swim course. And as we were just talking before the women's race started, Dave, a little bit about nutrition and hydration. You know, Power Bar, the official on-course nutrition of Ironman. They'll be out there today with Perform. Ironman Perform is going to be served out on course. Lemon lime on the bike, orange on the run, of course. So these guys and girls need to stay hydrated, especially coming out of the water. You might not think that, coming out of the swim that they're all dehydrated, but 81 degrees in the water, also high temperatures. It's like 72 degrees right now outside, but going into this race, they need to keep that hydration and electrolyte level right up there.
And now the age groupers. It is 10 minutes after the start of the 2011 Marines Ironman 70.3 World Championship, and our first age group is on the way. We've got hundreds of athletes competing today, over 1,800 in fact, and this is the first of 16 waves that will go through 8 o'clock this morning. We have an 8-hour time limit from when the last wave begins of the age groupers. So here is the start of the age groupers 70.3 World Championship, an event they too are honored to be a part of because they earned the right to be here in a very competitive field among the age groupers.
We only have the best here, Dave. Everyone has qualified to race at the 70.3 World Championship, and these guys and girls have done very, very well throughout the year. You know, qualifying started before World Championship last year in Clearwater, so athletes have been trying to qualify and have qualified from over 12 months ago right up until just a few months ago to get into this race. Now, when the people come to this World Championship, it's fair income, and what I say by fair income is that it's for real. They've come out here, it's a challenging course, they've been, excited and training on the hills and trying to get ready for this race. But we've got, 18 waves today, right up until 8 o'clock this morning, and as you were mentioning, 8 hours after that. So 4 o'clock Pacific time is going to be our cutoff this afternoon for the Marines Ironman World Championship 70.3. So the Lowe's Hotel down here, you can see it, Lake Las Vegas, just outside of Henderson. Absolutely gorgeous morning. You couldn't want a better morning for a start of the Marines Ironman World Championship 70.3. And Lake Las Vegas and the Henderson area are putting on a perler of a morning so far.
There are about 573 women in today's race, a little over 1,100 men to make up all the swimmers out there. The largest category in the women's is the 30 to 34-year-old group, and that's 110 women today for the largest for the women. The men's category, as you would expect, the 40 to 44 age group, over 200 men in that group, and just behind that, the 35 to 39 age group at 187 men in that one. That's why those age groups will be broken apart between 5 and 10 minute increments as the sun comes over Lake Las Vegas this morning. What a gorgeous day to have the 70.3 World Championship.
Yes, Mercury will be rising up here now as we get the sun coming over these challenging mountains today. It's just the calm before the storm, I think, Dave, with these guys and girls. I think that they're ready to really tackle this course today, as we were mentioning in the ramp-up show and also this morning before we got going here at 6:30, that this is going to be a challenging day. I'm excited to see the race. It's not an Ironman distance, it's 70.3. It is half the Ironman distance, so therefore it's a little bit different with tactics. These athletes will be challenging themselves all the way, and what I mean by that and what I'm trying to say is that they're going to be challenging those anaerobic levels of their aerobic capacity. Now, their heart rates are going to be up very, very high all day long. It's not like an Ironman where you're out there for survival, where nutrition is different than this. They have to stay on a formulated, scientific caloric intake. And what I mean by that is that they have to measure their caloric intake all day long, around about 300 calories per hour. If you're a guy or a girl, around about 65 to 70 kilograms, or about 170 pounds, that's about what you need to have rounded figure. Now, if you're someone, a bit smaller, like a woman like Marinda Carfrey or someone like Megli Tessier, Melissa Rollerson, they'd probably be going in around about that 250 to 275 calorie per hour. Now, when I say, calories per hour, it's a mixture of liquid, solids, but they really have to stay on top of it. And also, I think about their electrolyte levels. Racing in the desert, going to be very hot, so the sweat rate is a little bit different as well. Humidity levels are down, so it'll be a little bit different. So scientifically, coming into this race, they have to do their homework to make sure that their nutritional system is right on track.
And this swim here, 1.2 miles, it is the standard for the 70.3 distance, but it will be a faster swim this year for the World Championship versus Clearwater last year because of the ocean, the waves, the current here as the pro men make the first turn at Lake Las
Andy
Vegas.
Potts, Dave. Sorry to jump over the top of you here, but I must mention that Andy Potts has stretched his lead out right now to about